Hello guys, welcome back for another video. So today we just need to understanding a bit of what's happening in the market. Market crashing since Sunday, that we have like some early signs that this week is going to be very important. I'm just going to share my screen with you, and as usual, just gonna see a bit of news, then Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dot, Solana, a bit of total supply in terms of dominance and stable coins, money supplies, and so on. So I think we need to pay attention overall of what's happening and zooming out in terms of time frame, just to see where we are and where we're heading without to be and reducing the noise in charts, right? So let's just start straight from just the little news, and then we're just gonna dive in more in chart, right? Okay, so first of all, Bitcoin has broken below the key 200 daily moving average of $83,000, exhibiting a notable bearish signs. However, the price encountered buyers' last defense line at 80K, with a potential breakout leading to a substantial decline towards 75K. We've got as well as acting US Security and Exchange Commission Chair Mark Oyeda say he directed the agency staff to review a proposed rule change that will expand the definitions of an exchange in a way that could potentially loop in decentralized crypto projects, marking the latest change the SEC has made under the new Trump administration. So it's good to see that they over bit by bit, they change regulations, they change rules to make like more easier as well and more innovation friendly in the US. So now on board, like in the SEC, a lot of people are very bullish in crypto. So I think it's great to see that. Now, news as well from like a Bitcoin miner, CleanSpark, to join the S&P Small Cap 600 Index, has share decline along BTC. So alongside BTC, so it's good to see as well like some business and some company who are miners companies mining like bitcoins. They are get listed, so I think it's great to see this. This means that like it's profitable and it's bring attention to the mining industry in Bitcoin. So it's good to see that. Now, Dogecoin is at a critical point with its price hovering around like 60 cents. Traders are watching closely at this support level, could be the deciding factor in whether the meme coin takes off or tumbles further. In history, it is any guide. If history is any guide, maintaining this level could spark a rally, while losing it may bring more pain. So yes, in terms of meme coins, so they've been in a decline like for quite some time, for a few months now. Or some of them are almost like minus like 90%, so very painful. And we just need to pay attention on the leader kind of meme coins. That's going to be probably like the signal when the market shift. If those ones start to repump back again and retest and regain some resistance, break some super resistant and make it as a support, then maybe we may have another leg up in the meme coins. But in the meanwhile, Dogecoin is at a very critical. Pepe as well. Pepe lost like as well like a lot of his price that he gained from the past. So time will tell. Now, I'm sure you've seen that we are very correlated with the traditional markets, and the own industry, the crypto space, have been very affected with the macroeconomics, with the tariff and so on. So the US stock market is bracing for a potential correction after outperforming global peers over the past year, according to analysts. Yet, Bitcoin's anticipated role as a hedge against broader markets decline is still not materializing. Amid the worsening sell-off of Wall Street's Diverge Group CEO Nigel Greens voiced his concern to the block, stating that the warning signs are stacking up. Green pointed the weakening consumer sentiment, persistently high inflation, and climbing initial jobless claims as critical indicator. The Atlanta Federal Reserve's closely watched GDP now model is already pointing to economic contractions in the first quarter of 2025. The Atlanta Feds closely watch GPT now model forecast that the US economy will contract at a 2.4% annual rate in the first quarter of this year. If this estimate were to become confirmed, this will mark the first quarterly contraction since Q1 2022, fueling growing concerns about a potential recession. And I think we need like 2 quarters to be in, so 3 more months, and we're gonna see it over there. As well, just a quick on the side, like, so the X social media platform has been like hit with a massive cyber attack that has prevented some user from accessing the site. Platform owner Elon Musk confirmed so today on March 10th. So they got like hacked every day, but this was done with a lot of resources. Either a large coordinated group or a country is involved in. So is that maybe Europe? You never know, like freedom of speech. So that's why if you couldn't have access on X for today, even now, right now, when I'm doing my video, it's okay, because even me, I was struggling to log in, so don't panic. They are not gone, but it's just little hack, but everything is safe, should be good. All right, guys, I think it's time to see what's happening in the charts. And I think the best way right now is just to not focusing too much on a hourly or something like that, but just to zooming out and understanding on a bigger picture, on a broader one, just to see, okay, where we are in terms of big trend, big resistance, and so on. Now, as we can see, we got like a big, so the all-time high, was like the local top was like $109,000, okay? Among like the major key support resistance were around like 88 to 85 that I've been covering for quite some time in the channel. And I was saying that like if we break it and we make it as a support resistance, it makes sense that we're just gonna revisit the next one. Now, what is concerning is that like we break through like with like a lot of volumes. So meaning that it's like a meaningful sell-off and not like try to faking out, So never catch a falling knife. We may expecting as we break, and now is act as a resistance since like $85,000, and now the next support resistance will be $72,000. So it's very, very probable that we're going to visit that spot. On a bigger time frame, we are oversold. So we're gonna see where we're heading, but yeah, is that like we're gonna wick all the way down to 72 just to fill some orders, or is that gonna be like that much fear and a panic, and we're gonna just have like a full body close and retest from there? Time will tell, but just be careful. Expect in Bitcoin some more volatility and more sell-off right now. I think there goes some good news, some news that's coming up during this week. So very volatility is here. So do according to the plan, have a good setup, stop loss, and risk management in place. But just to painting you the picture on the bigger time frame. So we're talking in terms of weeks, right? 72 major key that we don't want to, we can revisit it, but we don't want to break it. We want to keep it as a support, right? Worst case scenario, if we break through this, the next one's gonna be $61,000. Like that, you have an idea that even if we kind of retest some trend lines or some important resistance on the way up on a shorter time frame, is just gonna be temporary until we kind of break. So in the worst case scenario, we go all the way down to 61. Very close short like this week that could happen. We're revisiting 72,000. And the bullish side would be like from, we never know from where, but we retest this even trend line as well, like on the $85,000 to 88. We break these trend lines and we get out of these things. Is it gonna happen? We never know, but like it's kind of oversold already. We have a lot of fear in the market, and you know what's happening. So never catch a falling knife, let it fall on the ground, and then pick it up when we are good there. It's kind of safe thing. So it's the same thing with this chart right now. So this is good. So I'm just gonna cover quickly just on the weekly, and then we're just gonna actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go straight on the daily. Like, let's make it easier for you. So now you see this is on the daily. we really want to make sure that you see it just won't want as well. We've been rejected with the 21 EMA, and we got as well like the crossover of the 50 EMA. So we are really not out of the forest yet, so time will tell, but that's what I'm waiting for. Me, I've just sell off like a few of my positions and waiting just to have some bounce somewhere on some good strong resistance, level supports, and then see from there. So this one would be a very key. This area, by the way, from 71 to 72 is like the main area that I'm looking for. Is if we're going lower, it's kind of like the chasing and hunting liquidations and the stop loss of people, money makers, exchanges. They're just gonna try to wreck people. Long, especially because a lot of people are maybe underwater and they stop loss are probably there that they didn't expect it that we break here. Even here, just by breaking like the 88,000, it's all connected as well with the tariff and macroeconomic that what's happening in the world, right? All right, now let's go to Ethereums. That's why today I just do like on a bigger time frame because too much panic in the market and we just want to have a bigger idea of where we're heading. I think it's maybe more valuable for you today, and tomorrow I will go more in depth, but today just weekly and daily. Now Ethereum, same picture. We had like some major key support and resistance that over time we've been breaking through and we've been rejected. So this one like around like 3,150.70 all the way to 3,000, 3,000 basically, give or take. That was like a major one, went through. Then was the next one was like around like $2,500 that we went through. Like look, this big knife, we got like 2 candles. So Bitcoins, I think we got like only 2 on a weekly. So maybe the last one to come. I see 1, 2, 3, maybe this one. So yeah, I will not be surprised for the Ethereum, Bitcoin that do the same. Now, you see, it's like almost like want to act as a money magnet. This is kind of the weakening low, as a big support. So is that same a major week all the way to 1,500, and it's just insane to just thinking about it. But it's not like out of the possibility. This is a possibility that it's all about probability. And right now the probability that we don't have strength enough to have this support act as a support and we break and now act as a resistance with this week. I think it's kind of this week is gonna be major. This is like the open of the week, so we're gonna see is it on in favor and we rebound back from here kind of weeks and we stay like and we close above, we're gonna see. But right now, and you see even on the way up, if we test like $2,300, we can go maybe as we're gonna see, But yes, that's pretty much this on Ethereum. So be careful if you are leveraging. It just to you see, we have like kind of almost like a triple tops, after we got some news, from the fundamentals, you got like the Pectra upgrade on Ethereums. So is it gonna be enough to bring back, I'm think like we need to wait some big news coming from the narrative of institutionals accumulating like big amount of Ethereums, and they are very bullish on with a combo of the Ethereum upgrades. Potentially, you see like this type of narrative that we need something very big to reshift this market, especially Ethereum that's been like a bit of underperforming recently. So yes, time will tell. And on a daily like that, I just zoom out, you see, but like that you can see a little bit clearer where we are. And you see that you really want to have. So yeah, on the high time frame, we're like $4,000 and the low was like 1,500, So yes, is that just like a quick one? But expect on the short terms, on the daily for something, I will not be surprised that we go just a week there. So by putting an order like a 1,500, even actually myself I may do this, but yes, just put like a stop limit order there. You never know. You just go fishing, but I think those type of opportunity does not running like every day like this. So I think this, and until we don't break this trend line, I think it just we just need to be patient, right? Okay. So that was like Ethereum. Now Polkadot as well, great fundamentals, they keep building, it's just amazing technology, something, but same, it's been very underperforming since, with a lot of other major layer ones. And same, you can see there, are we gonna revisiting like the week low? what is it, like $3.58. I would not be surprised. We are even like very, very, very close to that. But we are already oversold. So territory. So we're gonna see. Like I say again, is that just like a quick week just to kind of liquidate people as well underneath, because maybe people have a lot of big positions there. And I will look as well more in depth in the on-chain, and I will let you know on later videos too. But just to pinch up, because today my video, it's about just to show and explain to people to say, okay, let's zoom out. Let's see where we are, to kind of reduce the noise, reduce the panic in the sentiment of people who are exhausted. They don't know where to go, left, right. Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I stay out of the market? Should I be on stablecoin? So today, my main video for today, just look. We've seen that coming from Sunday, low volatility. We're waiting now like a very big narrative, a big story, because the biggest one was like the crypto summit that people were a bit disappointed, and like a high expectation versus the reality of the market right now, and this big sell-off. So now we need to find what is the next narrative that driving the market, on the other direction. So that's why today, just to say, look, that just take a breath, have a seat, just look a little bit, and just yes, don't panic, market's gonna be here tomorrow. We just need to make sure that people surviving. If you survive, that's the best thing that you can do right now. Just try to don't do too much thing, just surviving, analyzing and understanding the way that this market move right now, because it's painful. For a lot of people, it's very painful. So yeah, so overall, same story. You can see all the charts correlated. That can be like Bitcoin, so Ethereum, so layer 0 as a Polkadot. Same. On the weekly, we break some major support resistance. They didn't hold, and we go down. And most of them just want to try as a magnet to go there to to retest the week low support horizontal. So that is. And on the daily, you see, I just zoom out a bit, but you see we can have as well those things that no matter where we did this, then we try to really go to visit like the EMA. No much, and they act like a really this trend line is massive, so we just need to be patient, but patience gonna build you great positions. So take it as opportunity and take these times to learn, double down on your educations, and then get better at it. So that's why I'm doing those videos. So if you found value, just drop a like, my friend, to support the channel. All right, Solana, same story. We are not going to reinventing the wheel. That's the perfect things as well. Trend line, doesn't break, act as a support resistance. Lot of sell off, and I think as well back with a lot of volume too. Very, very close to the weekly time frame support and resistance. So we just need to pay attention, because again, all the chart that I've just showed you right now, what is very, very important to take note is if we break this and we close one candle, a weak candle underneath this, we need to revisit everything. It means that we're going to go very low. So this one, I don't mind if we just a weak, but I don't mind. I don't mind if we go a bit lower, but we really, really don't want to see any candle closing under this one. Otherwise, gonna painting another story, and I think it's gonna be a very painful for quite some times. You can see then we can go like much lower to gobbling down. We don't want to see gobbling down. We just want to go, just to chill, under the sun, right? So same story. Right now, Solana very oversold on the bigger time frame, because I'm talking on the weekly right now. The major one in terms of, you have sometimes major, very or more important support and resistant ones. The two major ones for Solana now they are above. So the one that we want to revisit and break it and has a supporting is the one like $150,000. Yeah, I would like $150,000 maybe one day, but $150. I think it's gonna be a first good start. And next up, it's gonna be like 182. So this range there, it's kind of a critical area that we want to revisit, and just no matter, even if we go sideways, I don't care, but we just need to break this trend line sideways a little bit, and just to make it as a strong support to bring this volume, this interest in this range, and then we will potentially, after revisiting like more give or take like $300, you know. But until then, the most where we need to pay attention, that's why I don't zoom too much today, because there is no points on that. We just need to be careful just this week, just to zooming out and thinking what the fuck's going to happen this week. We need to stay on this trend, you know. If we break underneath, ooh la la, guys, you know. So this is good, and I think I'm just gonna pop up as well, just like a 50 MA, just quickly, you see, just to but you see we had like this cross there, we're still waiting. So the best case scenario, we stay on this this area, we bounce back, we retrace there, you know, maybe on the $150, and we close the candle above the EMA 21. And I think it's gonna be like a good sign to say, okay, now we're waiting some news from the outside, fundamentals or narrative from the macroeconomic that something get better. But until then, my friend, just be cautious, you know. So same, I wait as well from positions too on my side. I just I'm out on bot, and I'm out on Solana, and waiting for my good entries, you know. So yes, I will let you know. Stay tuned on that. Now, same again, you know, this is just like the total market cap, just to give you an idea. So again, you know, it shows some sentiment, you know, like kind of like double topping around like 3.63 trillion, including altcoins too, you know, so it's bitcoins and all the other cap too. But just to give you an idea, that same, you know, we going on the way down, and those 3 ones was like back with a lot of volume, so it's kind of good sell, but it's not not manipulation, but in a way manipulation, yeah, a lot of manipulation recently, but it just kind of it's not like fake out, it's like a proper sell, you know. We want to see things that are back with sell. But again, in terms of where we were on the January 20th and basically December, yes, so all of those months, you know, the beginning of the year, we are now considering like oversold. We are oversold right now. So now it's just gonna be maybe a game of just try to liquidate people who have been a bit too greedy, or like 50x and they're underwater because they're gonna get say liquidation hunting by money makers and like other stuff. But that's something that we need to pay attention, okay? And I think some good indication is when we're gonna see like more inflow coming into the market with ETF, BlackRock, ARK Investments, and so on. When we're gonna see like more from micro sellers that's going to accumulate more bitcoins. But stay tuned with that. I always cover those kind of news, so just subscribe to the channel to don't miss anything. All right, next up, this is the same again, you know, dominance, Bitcoin dominance that we track like pretty much every day, and now we are like still again like 61%, and it should. And it looks like that it want to go even higher from other indicators. So and from other data, that yes, could we just maybe revisiting like the 66%? That sometimes is not common. And to be honest, I would have never thought that we will go revisiting this one, like, because you know sometimes we got like this kind of capital shifting back to altcoin something. But I would not be. It would not be too far-fetched to gain and retest like 63, 65, you know. Altcoin season, meme coin season, Doge and other more in the risky verse sides going to reflect this price on the way up, like maybe regain all the losses when we lose this dominance, you know. So once we go and try to potentially, you see, I will not be surprised that we not go like this bull run as low as 40%. Some other altcoin season went like even lower, but I think 40% probably, you know, you should be like the end of the you know, we go, you know, bit by bit, you know, we just got this, so all the dominance in Bitcoin start to drop, then we came here like just to have this, and then gonna kind of like ending the in terms of altcoin index. So yes, that shouldn't be like this, but everything that we thought it would happen, like this market have been shifting a bit differently because it's very institutional driven, and institutional are more focused on Bitcoin. So that's why this year big altcoins didn't do that too good. Now again, just to have a sentiment, so now we check that Bitcoin dominance gone way up 62%, 61, that can revisit like 63 to 64%, right? And now as well, like, so people tend to go and shift back on like less riskier assets. So Bitcoins as maybe probably a store of value, even if like still very volatile. And now we will want to see that as well, like we have this, so this is like the USDT dominance, so the stable coins among the biggest one in this market. And why I'm looking at that, it's very simple. It's just because if this going up, it means that people as well, like it's increasing in terms of share of the market. So people just go to stable coin due to the fear in the market that you can reflect in the price. You know, when it's dumping, people tend to go on like a safer assets, on cash or stable coins. Most of the people in the crypto space stay in stable coin because it's more, it's much easier rather than resent in your bank. Just it's much easier. And do you trust your banks as well? It's another story too. So this is good. So now same indication than the Bitcoin dominant. It seems that it want to go up again, you know. So we're gonna see. Do I have a little box? Give me a second. So yeah, you see here, there, you know. So this we're on this trend there. And I think the next stop will be probably will make sense somewhere there, you know. So definitely more to go. It tends some of the indicators shows like, and as well on other little thing that sometimes I read left and right, that yes, it should go a little bit higher on that, just because people want to be in the safety assets, kind of flight to safety, right? And then when the market, and when this falling knife just fall in the kitchen to pick it up, they just you remove the capital back in assets, right? Or just to investing and just to go long from there. But until then, my friend, just be safe, very cautious. So that's why I think I took the little extra miles today just to explain you more in depth, just on a bigger time frame. After we cannot predict the future, it's just like about probabilities, but I think today, just especially beginning of the week, just to having like just a broader vision of what's happening like that. If you see the market pumping, you say, oh, okay, is it a fake out? Are we just retesting a resistance? And are we going lower, or are we gonna make to support? You see, like that, you have a clear vision and you don't FOMO in something just to lose even more money. That's why we learned the most valuable lessons in difficult times: failure, error, and when you lose money. So it's the best time. So that's why I'm here to bring you value every day. All right, next up, this is the M2 supply money. So you can see that the all-time high was like $21 trillion, $22 trillion. We are still on the way up, and this is good. This is when you're going like on a risk asset. Now, because you know, if it's a bit tricky with all the US economy, the dollar is very high as well. Is it gonna make like a lower high? We never know, because this is like the perfect indicator, like on the traditional market, when the M2 money supply going up, like 10 people tend to go to take more risk, more investors just dip more into the market. Right now we are here. I really don't want to see like a lower high. It would be very bearish. And with all the tariffs, they try to weakening and just to push people to don't spend as much as they used to. They cut like all the how do you call it? They call like all the spendings. So businesses does not like hire anymore. People don't go out, and you see, you don't saw people like go buying like luxury stuff right now. So that's the sentiment, and people are very fearful in the market, because like the kind of, even like Trump administration kind of say, yeah, we don't care about the stock market, just to push maybe as well the Fed to maybe print. I don't know. It's very strange. Recently, it's very, very strange, you know. So stay tuned on that. But overall, we are still on the uptrend with the M2. But we are in a bit of tricky times where there was like a lot of pressure from a bit everywhere, as well a bit of fight with different countries with trade wars. That is not good. And as well with China, that we got some as well CPI similar than what's happening in the US with the job report, something that numbers are not really good, and they get like deflationary, not inflationary. So it's not that good. But yeah, time will tell. It's a very strange time to live, but it's great, and I think I am very grateful to be there, to observe and to learn from there. And I think like if you are here as well, just pat you on the back. The most important, we need to survive right now, you know. So that's why it's a perfect example right now. That's the perfect painting picture of where we are right now. Everything bleeding crazy, so everything bleeding crazy. This is on the weekly, 27%, 30%, 12%, pp 20%, goddamn it, Doge 21%, Theta 24%. So this is very, very painful. Now we just need to protect the capital and to be safe out there, and learning education, that's very important. Now I think I'm just gonna go back to see like this, Hi, my friend, that's good to see you again. So overall, I think that's pretty much what's happening right now. That's why, even myself, I just being out risk, so I just waiting before like re-entry in the market. I just pay attention just mostly like a stable coins on few of them. Same, again, in terms of trading tip, just trade like just a certain percentage of your own portfolio, your full capital, like your long-term vision is one thing, but like just trading capital portfolio is just like just trade like a little bit, just less than 1% basically, just to don't risk everything in one. You learn your lessons. So I think it's really important to say that. We are Monday. I think tomorrow I can't remember where, there is like something happening tomorrow, and I think there is some news coming as well from China too that we're gonna pay attention to. And yes, I think it's overall, and as well, just on a quick thought, because 2 days ago I was talking about that we have like so many news coming from the US that like bring and pump, and it was like a bit too much political for bitcoins and the altcoins and crypto overall. So long term is very bullish, I think so, but short term you can see they try to wreck the market, yes, to put pressure and something like this. Now I was waiting that I said, look, I will not be surprised that we got like some massive major news that maybe doesn't gonna come from US, they might gonna come from China. You never know, that maybe it's gonna reshift the market and you're gonna have this battle between countries. So like I say, we cannot predict the future. We are not in all discussion where a lot of things sometimes are discussed at closed door. Like you can see like the crypto summit, like we had like just 20 minutes. They didn't say any alpha that I think we would have like deserved, just at least like little things. But hey, it's like that, they play this move. So that's why it's just about like anticipations. Try to understanding as much as possible. Look, it's just a sentiment overall, it's not great. We had like better like bull runs, but we need to do what we have right now with, and the most important, just surviving, I think, is the most important. And just step back, look on the bigger time frame, and zoom out on the bigger picture, where we achieve in terms of like ETF, institutional investors, awareness about countries, more people gonna coming in, you know what I mean? So overall, I'm very grateful for where we are right now, but we are still decentralized. We're gonna make sure that it stay like a free markets. And like I say, every day I try to bring you alpha news. I try to bring you like education, support, motivation, positivity, and as well as for me, investing in myself and get better in trading and bringing news and improving every day. I think it's a key in this industry. All right, on that note, be safe there, guys, and talk to you soon for another video. Goodbye.